Is my 5+ year review of the Pittsburgh 301 piece Mechannic toolbox. If you're asking me if you should buy this, yes. The answer is yes. We'll go over a couple of things that I like about it and some things I don't like about it. The first thing is, this thing is heavy. It has a handle and you're not carrying it by that handle. My case probably would have broke if I would have used this handle. The latches are sturdy. It has a good latch, but I normally carry it from the side like this, just because once you pick it up, all your tools are going to shift. Starting over here, you have a T10, T15, T20, T25 handle. They're not bad. I don't use them often. You do get some long Allens. I don't use those too often. You have a variety of flatheads and fill-ups. They do have a an area for you to put a wrench on. I believe it's a 10mm wrench, and you push down and turn. That's a pretty handy feature, but these are not the best. So if you have a really tough screw, I probably wouldn't chance it with these. But for most jobs, most applications, the screwdrivers work well. You have some smaller screwdrivers, and I use these every once in a while. They work well. On the back wall, you have an adjustable that I never use, a needle nose, and I think it's junk. The diagonal cutters are okay, and the lineman pliers are okay. Nothing great. Coming over here, you have a set of wrenches. It's not a big set, just enough for you to get the job done. You have 5/8, 9/16, 1/2 inch, 7/16, and 3/8. And that's for standard. For metric, you have 10mm, 11mm, 12, 13, and 15mm. What I would have liked to seen is for them to caddy corner the different sizes. So maybe an 8 and a 10, so that you have one wrench with two sizes. I would have liked to see that better. You do have your standard Allen keys and your metric Allen keys. They're not the greatest. They'll get the job done in a pinch. I would have liked to seen these with a ball head. Especially because they give you the longer Allens in the back. So if they were repeating it, it would have been nice. Sometimes the ball Allens, you can get into spots that you can't get with a straight Allen. Over here, you have a variety of different Allens that work with your 1/4 inch and I believe 3/8 and then 1/2 inch sizes of your ratchet. So you have a variety here. These are all Allens that go with the socket, and this is standard here. And then you have your metric sizes for your 1/4 inch, and these go from 2.5 all the way up to, looks like 14. I don't use these too much. The Torx I use quite often, surprisingly. A lot of manufacturers like to use the Torx, and you have a good selection here of Torx. We'll discuss this at the end. Then you have some square bits. You have your fill-ups and your flathead, all 1/4 inch. Then you also have some universal joints. You have 1/4 inch, 3/8, and 1/2 inch. You also have like the inverted 6-point sockets, I believe these are. I don't use these, if not ever. I don't think I've ever had to use these on my applications. But you have these here. That finishes that. And this snap works pretty good to stop them from falling out. This is probably what I work 90% of my jobs out of. This is going to be your 3/8 socket and 1/4 inch drive sockets. Over here you have your deep 1/4 inch, and it ranges from 5 millimeters all the way up to 13. And then you also have and these are 6-point. Then you have 6-point in short 1/4 inch from 4 to 14. And you also have your standard deep 1/4 inch, and they work pretty well for what they are. This is the 1/4 inch ratchet, works okay. And then your 3/8. Oh, let me back up. They also give you 12-point 1/4 inch, only in standard. That's, you know, it doesn't bother me that much. I don't really use it all that much. You have your 3/8 drive, and you have a lot of different sizes, metric and standard. The 3/8 go from 10 to 19, and then you also have 13 to, I believe, 21 in your short. They give you 2 adapters. They give you 1/2 inch to 3/8 adapter, and they also give you 3/8 to 1/4 inch adapter. Again, I probably work most of my jobs out of this section. Give you a little breaker bar. It's really not long enough to be considered like a good breaker bar, but it's there. It works okay. And then they give you two extensions, and in a pinch, this T handle could also be an extension, and this just rotates around, makes it quicker for you to do things. This is one reason why you do not want to pick it up by its handle. All this will shift. Hey guys, I'm just going to add this in. When I was editing the video, I started to think about it, and I really like the fact that this tray is removable. If I'm working underneath the car, I usually just bring this whole tray in with me, and yeah, I think that's a big plus. You can't do that with the 1/2 inch drive, so I guess if you're a trucker, that's not going to help you out if you use 1/2 inch drive a lot. But this is great because you can slide this around and your tools stay in place, and they're always organized. And last, you have your 1/2 inch drive. Yeah, big beefy ratchet. It works okay. Again, for what it is, you're going to get 2 extensions. You're going to get two extensions, and that works okay. That's pretty long. I mean, this is my arm, so it's pretty long for what it is. I don't think I've ever used them. You have 2 of spark plug sockets. I don't use them that much, but they are there. I'm a little nervous about putting in spark plugs using a 1/2 inch drive. I feel more comfortable with a 3/8 drive to do spark plugs, so I'll use these to take them out. I really don't use them to put them back in. All right. You get a decent sized set of sockets here for the 1/2 inch drive. There are some drawbacks. If you use the 1/2 inch drive, there's some things to think about here. you go from 13 millimeter deep to 24 millimeter deep. But that's almost false advertisement because you don't get every size. You're missing some sizes here. So I'll go through the sizes real fast. You have a 13, 14, 15. You're missing 16. You have 17 and you're missing an 18. You have a 19, you're missing a 20. You have a 21, but you're missing, and you have a 22, but you're missing a 23. And then you have a 24 and it stops at a 24. Over here for your shorts, you have 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, missing a 20 again. There's no 20 in the set. Then you have a 21, then you have a 22, and then you're missing a 23. So you have no 23 at all in the set. You have a 24, you're missing a 25, and you're missing a 26. You have a 27, but you're missing a 28, a 29, you have a 30, you're missing a 31, and then you have a 32. I'm not too familiar with all the standard, but you have a variety here. I don't work on a lot of standard stuff, mostly metric. This kind of bothers me that you don't have a straight set that you're missing in series. Because if you were to even buy the sockets, where do you put them? But for the most part, I get most of my jobs done without any troubles, especially for over 5 years. What I do not like about the kit. I'll show you what I've had to add to make this kit work for me. You may not have to add some of this stuff in, but this is what I've had to add. You get no 1/4 inch extensions. I've had to buy these and add these in the kit. You are missing, amongst a few other sizes, you are missing a T50 Torx. I've had to add that. And a T55 Torx. If you work on Fords and some of the Chrysler, like I know the Rams, they use the Torx a lot, especially on the seats. You would be missing these and be very hard pressed to get a job done without these. In the set, I've had to add those. I felt like I still needed more extensions. And if you ever have done spark plugs on the Ram 1500 with the Hemi, you will need a variety of extensions. So I've had to add them. I've also found need for this extension. This is 1/4 inch 2 3/8. In the kit, they give you the 3/8 down to 1/4 inch. But because you may be missing some sockets along the way on the set, you may have to use the adapter to get this down. So this is to me a necessary adapter to have. Again, it's 1/4 inch to 3/8. The universals that they give you are not impact rated, so I use them with an impact and I tend to break them. Harbor Freight does warranty them, but I just ordered and purchased these and I keep these in the kit, and these are impact rated. Another extension, and that's pretty much it. Just a series of adapters. This is your 3/8 to 1/2 inch. A few more universals that I need every once in a while. And that's pretty much it. That's the only thing I really had to add. If I think I need wrenches, I bring extra wrenches with me, because the wrenches here kind of are garbage, and you don't have a big selection. But again, I would buy this kit again. I'm thinking about buying a second one. The case has held up fairly well.